Saturday, April 5th, 2025, back at the dacha. And what a nice day it is today. Blue skies. Check this out. Let's walk over here into the sun. Check it out. Blue, blue, blue sky. Yeah, it's going to be a nice day working at the dacha. And I am going to turn the camera around right now. I'm going to show you how quick or fast the snow is melting. Let's turn the camera around. So I was here 2 days ago, and just before I left, I threw a whole bunch of snow down here to get it to melt. You could see there's just a little bit left right there. And along the path over here, going to the greenhouses, it's also melting pretty good. And over here. So, looks like this is all going to be gone. My guess is probably within 2 weeks. And that's because it is starting to warm up. So I think the temperature is around +5. And before I came, I was looking at the forecast, and it's supposed to be +5, +6. I think we're supposed to even hit like +9 this coming Wednesday. So yeah, it's warming up. And this snow right here, I don't know why it didn't melt. Maybe it's in the shade. No, there's sun right there. Oh well. Anyways, let's take a look at the temperature. Let's see exactly how much it is. There it is, +6 degrees above 0 Celsius. All right, so it's +6 right now. What time is it? It is just before lunchtime. So it's about 11:45 in the morning, Saturday morning. So first things first, I need to light the stove. And then I'm gonna start some sanding. What's my objective? I have about 5 pieces to sand and do some burning. Gotta burn my pieces, and I'm still working on the lattice. Hopefully I can finish it off before the snow melts, because I got the next project lined up as soon as the snow melts, and that's going to be to start working on the drainage. But how could you work on the drainage when there's still like, I don't know, a foot and a half of snow? Anyways, let's go light the stove. Let's start sanding. Oh, and then we're going to do the burning if we have time. Okay, got the fire going, so it'll take about 5-10 minutes to warm up the shop today. And now I can go and start working on the sanding outside, so that when I get a little bit chilly, I can come into the shop and I can warm up. All right, let's go to work. I also want to burn off all these short pieces here, the thin ones, and then that way I could restack it with thick pieces like this, the round ones that you see right there, and the pieces that I have outside. I'm going to bring them in. So most of these pieces right here are going to have to go inside the workshop. So I'm going to try to take as many of the thick ones and bring them into the shop. And hopefully I can get that done today, so that I can take those bases off, and then my flowers can start growing within the next week or two, or whenever they sprout. And since it's going to be fairly warm today, I decided to change jackets. So I'm not going to be wearing that big thick one. So I put on a lighter one, and I'll be working out here. And yeah, if it does get a little bit chilly, I'll just go back and put on that thick jacket. Otherwise, that jacket is rated for like -50 or something like that. So when you're working out here, and as the temperature starts warming up, it gets pretty warm in that jacket. So I decided I'm going to put on something lighter. All right. I got my sander all set up, and got the power cord wrapped around the post. And here are the pieces that I'm going to be sanding right here. So there's 4 shorts and 4 fairly long ones. So hopefully I can make quick work of that and get it all sanded, and then I can start the burning part. All right, let's go to work. Okay, I got 2 of these long pieces. These are the longest ones. I got them sanded down, and they're looking pretty good. And I still got 2 more of these long ones and 4 more of the short ones to do. I decided to change things up a little bit. So I'm stopping my sanding for a little bit. And what I want to do is take my shovel right there, and I want to start throwing the snow all over the place over here, sort of get that mound down. And right over here, so the concrete there is starting to dry out. I might as well throw snow onto it. So I was thinking of doing it before I would leave, and I thought, well, that's kind of a waste. Take advantage of this warm that we have right now, so the snow can start melting much faster instead of waiting until 4 o'clock to start doing it. Anyways, it kind of will break up the monotony of standing there and sanding. At least this, I'll do a little bit of cardio and throw some snow around. All right, let's go to work. Let's paint it white. Let's throw all this snow and cover up all this grass and the driveway. All right, let's go to work. So here it is, covered up the driveway with the snow, and this grass area, it's all gone. Well, covered up, that is. And over here, on the way to the greenhouse, everything is covered up. I didn't do that over there. I don't know, kind of lazy. And I cut across right here. And let's get a closer look and let's see how the water is flowing. Let's take a look here. Check this out. That is moving. Okay, so as long as the water is moving, check this out, it's flowing pretty good. Look at that. That means that it is drying out all the moisture in the ground there. And I also made it a little bit wider right here, off from the rut, or from the drainage ditch, so that can also start to melt. And all this water is going to the creek over there. Now this over here, the ditch is right under the snow there. So you can see there's still a 1.5 feet, so about 45 centimeters of snow. And I'm not gonna uncover that, not just yet. So here it is, all done, and is pulling a lot of water away from our property, which is really, really good. And check this out. I guess I was working too hard. I got a blister and it popped, and I didn't even notice it. And only when it popped, I kind of started feeling this little bit of a piercing feeling. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop. So there it is. Once the blisters popped, I guess that's a cue for me to stop shoveling. I don't know, I was trying to get it done as fast as possible. I don't know, my heart rate went up. But I just want to get it done quick. And, you look at it. That's what it looks like right now. I bet you tomorrow half of that is going to be gone. And the good thing is that I did it earlier in the afternoon instead of later before going home. Because at least this, I get 2-3 extra hours of melt time instead of doing it at 4 or 5 o'clock when I'm ready to go. And then the temperature starts dropping. So it's not going to be melting as fast. Anyways, let's go back and let's start sanding again. Well, all the pieces are sanded. So 4 long and 4 short ones. And now I can start burning them, giving them that burn look. So while I was sanding here, I kept thinking about how warm today is. And I think it's probably plus 10 at least. Let's go take a look at the thermometer. Wow. Plus 14 degrees Celsius. Well, there you go. Like they say in Russian, "Я так и знал." I knew it. It was pretty warm, or it is. And all that snow that I actually threw out there, I don't know, what, an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. That's good that I did it earlier instead of doing it at 5 o'clock before I leave, because it gives them more time to melt. All right, let's go start the burning. Here it is. The pieces are set up now, and I can start burning. So I have my pieces turned over, and they're lying flat, and half of them are already burnt. So it gives it this kind of look. Okay. So once I burn everything, and then I add a nice stain, all these lines right here are just going to come right out, and it's going to look really, really cool. All right, let's hurry up and finish it up. In case you're new to this channel and you're wondering how I'm actually burning it, what am I doing to give it that burn look, I'm going to turn the camera around. I'll show you how it's done. Here it is. This is what I use. Just little gas bottles, and they're relatively cheap. They're about 85 rubles. So, yeah. And usually I can do probably 5 or 6 times more than what you see right here per bottle. So, I don't know. I think it's a good deal, especially when you can get this certain look, and that's what I'm looking for. No pun intended. Yeah, so once it's burnt and then I stain it, it's going to look really cool. So there it is. Just these little gas bottles, and have a little torch on there, and you just flick the button and the flame comes out. All right, back to work. And here's these thin pieces. Got them all burnt. All right, I am done. I think I'm going to start cleaning up. Let's take a look and see how much coals we have in the pechka, in the stove. Well, the fire's pretty much out. So, like I always say, that's my cue. Time to start cleaning up and get ready to go home. Well, I still have a bit of a pile here, but I think tomorrow I'll end up burning the rest of it or moving it around. Let's go inside and take a look how everything is stacked up inside. Okay, well, there it is. I managed to bring in most of the pieces, and now this is for next season. These are the thick pieces, and this was done on Thursday. All right, I'm all cleaned up, and let's do a review. What did I do today? Well, I set out to sand 8 pieces, 4 long, 4 short, which I did, and I just finished burning them. Did that too. I threw more snow on the ground, and even got, check this out. There it is. I don't know if you could see, but I got a blister and it popped. Ha! Oh well. I guess I was working too fast. And I managed to open up my drainage. That's pretty cool. Let's go take a look at it. See how the water is flowing. So this is starting to melt quite a bit, and you could see it is going down my ditch. So I opened that up. Actually, that's where I got my blister. Was shoveling as fast as I can. I wanted to see if I could get it done in like 2 minutes, but it took more like 10 minutes, and that's why I got the blister in my hand. During one of the breaks, I came out here and I took the leaves out that were in the ditch. So the water is running much better now. Let's take a closer look. That's a lot of water that is coming out. And all that is melting. And it's all being channeled through my drainage and into the unknown. Well, actually, no. It goes like that and all the way to the creek over there. Okay, there it is. So yeah, all this is starting to melt pretty quick. This right here, lucky that I did it earlier on today. You could already see that it's getting really soft here. So it's melting pretty quick. And there it is. I wonder what the temperature is right now. Let's go take a look. 16 degrees Celsius. Plus 16 degrees Celsius. Wow. So, of course, if it's plus 16 degrees, of course, this snow's going to melt pretty quick. It's probably going to be gone in like a week, week and a half. But everything here is just really muddy. And, yeah, kind of have to work around it. And, oh my God, check that out. The little side street that runs down over here is actually a creek right now. Let's go check it out. I'm gonna quickly lock everything up and let's go check out the creek that's on our street. Okay, I'm standing right outside our gate and check this out. This is our little side street. It is a creek. Here, let's take a look at the other side. So, running down that way. Wow, that's a lot of water. Go check it up over there. I think there's a dam that broke. Let's go check it out. Well, this is good that I put on my gum boots. There it is. Otherwise, I had my other work boots on. And, man, my feet would have been wet. But, nice and dry. And, oh, it's got a whole creek over here at the neighbor's place. Okay. Lots and lots of water. Looks like the neighbors are diverting a little bit. And here it is. Lots and lots of water here, all right. So the reason why everything is flowing in this direction, this way, and down our street, is because the bridge that is over here is preventing water from flowing underneath. Or there's not much going through. Let's take a look. I could hear a little bit. Okay, so right here, a few weeks ago, I was talking to the management and they were telling me that they're going to be putting in power cords or heating cords to melt the ice that is here to allow the water to start flowing under the bridge. So the water is going through the cracks. Okay. But the main reason that it's not going to go through, as I said, you got water that's flowing from there. You got the creek over there. It's really pumping out. And right below us here, it's all blocked off. It's a lot of ice, so it's turning around and is going that way. And then, obviously, gravity is going to make its turn and it's going to go down our street. So there it is. You know, it's plus 15, 16 degrees. And this is only going to start flowing faster and faster. And I'm sure it's going to start coming right over the top of the bridge. If you guys were following last year, this right here was all just full of water, and I was trying to stop it from going down our street by cleaning up this area over here so that the water could just flow over top of the bridge. Anyways, that's that. I gotta get going. If you like this video, smash the like button, leave a comment, and like I always say, paka paka.